So now that we are inspired to think about colour slightly differently, I suppose a good opportunity to take on board that more often than not, we take for granted the effect that colour actually has on us when it's in our environment, whether it be on our productivity, our creativity, even our moods, our reactions. Colour really does have an effect.
Absolutely, on a psychological level, and it's rather interesting how it works as well. Next up, Leanne sits down with Kirsten Dodds from Tétris, South Africa, to find out exactly what the role of colour is in the workplace with regards to productivity.
It should come as no surprise that bold colour, any colour in fact, has an enormous impact on our mood. And when it comes to an office environment, the impact of colour becomes even more powerful. A splash of a bright hue on a wall or a floor or a desk can mean the difference between a successful brainstorming session and an unproductive one. That's why we've invited Tétris South Africa's Kirsten Dodds into studio to share the best colours for productivity in your workplace. Kirsten, so good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Colour and productivity in the workplace. How exactly does colour affect productivity?
Well, different hues definitely have psychological effect on the employees in a workplace. More vibrant colors are inspiring.
Yeah.
They have been proven to raise your blood pressure, your heart rate, so they're great for areas where fast pace, quick thinking,
Yeah.
think tanks, that sort of thing. And the warmer tones are more tranquil. They help you relax. And you also have to be very careful with the hue that you use.
All right. Well, talking about being very careful, what colours affect different emotions?
So, like I said, the warmer colors, like a red or a yellow, can be more inspiring, where blues and greens, the more natural tones, again, are very tranquil, and they help with more concentrated thought patterns and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, that's why our set is so beautiful and bright, because naturally waking up in the morning, you need to be inspired by colour. Now, when it comes to the different shades, how careful do you need to be that you get the right shade? Because colour is colour, but then I think shade also affects certain colours.
Exactly. So if you go too bright with the shade, it can be very overwhelming, and it actually makes the employee become frustrated. It can agitate them, which is obviously not a good thing when you're trying to be productive, being a grump in the office.
Exactly.
But if you go with if you use actually a combination of different hues, it can downplay it and make it a little bit less intimidating.
Yeah. For high energy environments like our set, for instance, what type of colours should you be gravitating towards?
Funnily enough, just like the wallpaper in this room, yellow is...
Really?
Yeah, it's the top choice for creative industry. Our own offices, our design studio, our colour theme is yellow. So it really does inspire the employees.
Wonderful. So it seems like we are getting it right. Thank you so much, Kirsten. Well, Kirsten's not going to be going anywhere. We've asked the question, have you ever wondered how the colours in your office affect your employees and how you do business? Now, if you haven't yet thought about it, you should definitely take a look at your office design and consider how to use colours to achieve your business goals. But Kirsten joins us again after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, I can tell you now, Friday Dance is going to be absolutely amazing. They've been warming up. It's going to be lit. Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Espresso on SABC3.
Yeah, so right now let's rejoin Leanne again as she discovers how selecting the right colours can have a profound impact on a workplace and its productivity by simply encouraging positive emotions in your employees.
Selecting the right colours for a workplace can be as important as selecting the right employees to work for you. Luckily for us, Tétris South Africa's Kirsten Dodds is in studio to share her insider tips on how colour can have a huge impact on the overall mood of the workplace. I had no idea, Kirsten, that it's that important. It literally makes or breaks the situation. But can you fill us in as to the Pantone colour of the year?
Well, I'm actually very excited about the Pantone color of the year, which is ultraviolet, which is a sort of vibrant purple color. The only thing that I would suggest with this color is you don't want to go overboard with it. It's very powerful, and once again, it can be very overwhelming in a space. So I would actually just use it as a feature color, maybe on a chair or a small piece of wallpaper, a scatter cushion, and then pair it with a more natural tone.
So you would not use it on a feature wall, for instance. It
I
would
would
just
not.
attack the senses.
It really would. So another trendy color this season is terracotta, which is a stunning combination with the ultraviolet because orange and purple just go beautifully together.
Yeah. What if you were trying to stimulate innovation and creativity? Would there be particular colors that you would gravitate towards?
The warmer colors.
Okay.
So yellow, if you've got a more serious work environment, if your company is a little bit more serious, then I definitely think that you should go with an orange. It's not as vibrant and playful as yellow.
Yeah.
And then red, of course, like you'll see it in lots of gyms and kitchens and other high energy places.
Yeah. I tend to find white walls very bland and very cold. How can one stimulate that and kind of warm them up a little bit? Because I remember my first apartment was just all white, and I just felt so like I was in an asylum of sorts.
Yeah. So funnily enough, the psychology behind white is that it can decrease productivity because it's clinical.
Yeah.
So people don't really feel comfortable. So I wouldn't use it as the main color in an office. I would definitely use it as just a feature color.
Yeah.
And then once again, whatever color scheme that you choose, you need to use different hues.
Okay.
Too much of one will be overwhelming and it'll have the opposite effect desired.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, we've been talking about productivity quite a bit. It's a big thing for every company. But if you're looking to inspire your employees for a long period of time and not just those bursts of creativity here and there, would you find particular colors that really help with that?
Blue is a good example. Many financial institutions like banks or insurance companies, they use that a lot because the softer tones, like a light blue, really calm the employee so that they can sit and concentrate for long periods of time. And the brighter blues really help with clear thought processes.
Oh, the science behind colors. Kirsten, thank you so much for being here with us. It certainly does give us more insight onto how we can help foster more productivity in the workplace.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it. The happier your employees, the higher your productivity. So make sure to take your color into account when you set up the workplace.